Let's start with a question that's so fundamental, it almost sounds weird to ask it out loud. What's more real? Space, the thing that holds everything, or time, the thing that pushes everything forward? Today, we're jumping into a fascinating philosophical argument that frames this as a cosmic showdown between space and time.
So let's really dig into that for a second. What's the true bedrock of reality? Is it the where, this vast, silent stage for the entire universe? Or is it the when, that unstoppable forward flow of moments? That's the core conflict we're going to unpack. All right, so the source material we're looking at today lays out four key players in this whole cosmic drama. In the original German, they are Raum, that's space, Materie, which is matter, Bewegung, which means movement or change, and finally, Zeit, which, you guessed it, is time. Let's see how they all stack up. Now, to make this all a bit less, well, abstract, our source does something really cool. It imagines a direct conversation between our two heavyweights. So let's set the stage and kind of eavesdrop as these two massive forces have a little chat. First up is time. And time is exactly how you'd picture it. Always in a hurry, bustling, completely defined by what happens next. It just bursts onto the scene and immediately asks, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And space, in its huge, calm, eternal way, just gives this simple, profound answer. Nothing. I've been here forever, always. For space, there's no rush, no action, just this quiet, unchanging existence. Time, of course, is totally unimpressed. From the perspective of something that's built on nothing but action and progress, this eternal stillness isn't deep, it's just beautifully boring. Oh, but this is where space gets the perfect comeback. It just calmly observes, "You seem quite stressed." And that one line just nails the whole tension, doesn't it? The quiet, eternal nature of space up against the frantic, constantly changing nature of time.
Okay, so the friendly chat is over. The philosophical battle lines are officially drawn. Let's get into the first real argument in this cosmic trial, starting with the case for space. So the number one point for Team Space is this. Its existence doesn't depend on anything else. It's primary. I mean, you can picture the vast, empty vacuum of the cosmos. Even with nothing in it, it's still space, right? But here's where the argument gets even stronger. While space doesn't need matter to exist, the fact that matter does exist is pretty much the ultimate proof of space. Why? Well, because matter has to be somewhere. It needs a place to be, a container to exist in.
And we can prove this with a super simple real-world experiment. Imagine a stone. It's taking up a spot, a little piece of space. Now, try to put a second stone in that exact same spot. You can't. That physical resistance you feel proves that space isn't just some abstract idea. It's a real, physical thing that can be occupied. So, let's just quickly recap the case for space. It's independent. It can totally exist on its own. Its reality is proven by the simple fact that matter exists. And we can actually feel its properties. It really is the fundamental stage where the whole play of the universe gets to unfold. Okay, that's a pretty strong case from space, you have to admit. But every debate has two sides. So now, we're going to put time on trial and really dig into its claim for an independent existence. So according to this argument, time isn't a fundamental thing in and of itself, not like space is. Instead, time is a measurement. It's the tool we use to track change in matter, whether that's an apple rotting or just a car moving from point A to point B. And right there, that definition leads us to the biggest, most devastating question for team time. If there's nothing changing, nothing moving, nothing aging, if there's nothing to measure, does time itself even exist? Can you have a when if there's no what? The source makes this crystal clear with a fantastic example. Think about it. Does it make any sense to ask, how old is space? The question just kind of breaks, doesn't it? Age only applies to stuff that can change. For something eternal and unchanging, the whole concept of time is just irrelevant. So when you put them side by side, the contrast is just stark. You've got space on one side, independent, eternal, the fundamental container that exists all on its own. And then you have time, totally dependent, just a measurement, a consequence of change that needs matter to even exist in the first place.
We've heard both arguments. All the evidence is on the table. Now it's time for the final verdict, which, according to our source, lays out a very clear hierarchy, a kind of fundamental order of existence.
And here is that cosmic order. Let's break it down step by step. At the very bottom, the absolute foundation of everything is space. It comes first. Then, on that stage, you can have matter. Then, that matter has to undergo change. It moves, it alters. And only then, as a result of all of that, do you finally get the top layer, time, which is nothing more than the measurement of that change.
The source text leaves zero room for doubt with this powerful final statement. It's pretty much the knockout punch in this whole debate. The existence of time is absolutely owed to material things, so time doesn't exist on its own. Its very being is a debt it owes to matter.
So what's the ultimate takeaway from all this? It really forces us to reconsider the very fabric of reality. And we'll leave you with this final, really provocative thought to chew on. If every single atom, every planet, and every galaxy suddenly just froze in place, according to this logic, would time itself simply cease to be?